It's a striking moment in local politics that speaks volumes about Reform UK's readiness to govern. It isn't ready, and it demonstrates this with aplomb less than 6 weeks after achieving a political coup in Warwickshire, that's the area where I live, securing more seats than any other party. Reform's newly elected council leader, Rob Howard, has resigned. His departure, citing health reasons, has left Warwickshire not only without a permanent leader, but under the temporary charge of his 18-year-old deputy. Let's check him out. There he is. His 18-year-old deputy, looks like a nice boy, Rob Howard, and his departure has it is extraordinary, not fully explained, and he's one of, well, on one count I count 16 to 18 councillors who've gone. On another, somebody told me it was about 36. It's more than a personal tragedy or an administrative hiccup. It's a warning flare that Reform UK simply isn't capable of doing anything on a national scale. Rob Howard's resignation came 42 days into the job, and in his words, the role proved extremely demanding, and his health now prevents him from carrying out the role to the level and standard he would wish, or to the level and standard actually that his constituents demand. And this may well be sincere, and we should treat his personal health with sympathy, but the timing, the context, and the consequences cannot be ignored. Howard's administration had barely begun. No cabinet had been formed, no policy direction had been articulated. Warwickshire, a county with £500 million revenue budget and a £1.5 billion collection of assets, has effectively been left rudderless. This is not just a teething problem, it's a credibility crisis. And George Finch, the 18-year-old councillor, until recently a member of the Conservative Party, and now the interim leader of Warwickshire County Council, he's articulate, photogenic, enthusiastic, but he has no administrative experience, minimal public service record. His political philosophy, as posted online, is Brexit, sovereignty, and a strong and united family unit, a slogan, not a strategy. And we're now in the remarkable position where a teenager is responsible for the strategic oversight of children's services, adult social care, SEND provision, major highways projects, precisely the areas Reform UK has not yet managed to get a grip on. And Finch's own statement promising a level playing field for the leadership election, but one wonders if his own candidacy is in itself the product of an uneven pitch. Reform UK's performance in Warwickshire is emblematic of a wider dilemma. It's a party skilled in rage but not in governance. Warwickshire County Council is useless. I can say that as somebody who lives there. But power, as every serious politician knows, is not about visibility. It's about stamina, compromise and administration. The party now finds itself leaderless, with no majority, no cabinet, no clear agenda, reliant on the continued goodwill of the very Conservative councillors it had hoped to supplant. Councillor Chris Mill's abstention in May now seems almost prophetic. Meanwhile, Liberal Democrat Jerry Roodhouse, my own local councillor, has described the resignation as regrettable, but warned of a deeper issue: instability. The Green councillor Jonathan Chilvers was more forthright, asking whether Reform UK is even capable of forming a functioning cabinet. This isn't merely a local concern. If reform is to be taken seriously as a national force, as its leader Farage insists, it cannot afford these amateur theatrics in the very first experiment that it's got with power. This episode invites larger questions. Can populist movements forged in opposition and grievance actually govern when given the chance? The answer seems to be no. What does it say about local democracy when a party with no majority ends up holding the keys to power only to fumble with them within weeks? And what precedent is being set when party loyalty and ideology outweigh experience in appointing interim leaders? A leadership election is due imminently. Reform UK must now prove that it can operate in the real world, not just in the abstract space of culture war debates and anti-establishment bombast. And residents of Warwickshire deserve stable, competent leadership, not headlines, not resignation letters, and certainly not ad hoc figureheads learning on the job. Rob Howard's resignation may have been driven by health, but the fallout reveals deeper weaknesses in Reform UK's political project. It's one thing to rage against the system, it's quite another to run it. For the moment, Warwickshire's £500 million future is being stewarded by an 18-year-old. Let's hope the party and the country grow up as fast as he has to.